The following program is brought to you by the Internet Broadcasting Organization.
Ian and Kim with the Talk Inc. I.N.K. I'm Ian Stevens.
Hello there.
And who are you?
An actress. I'm anybody. I can be anybody.
Well, I've been told you're now my work wife. Is that right?
Yeah, when I'm here.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable, the immeasurable, the unforgettable Miss Kimberly.
Hello
there. Even people from our peanut gallery love you. Don't you? Peanut gallery, do you love her? See, this is a happening place now because we are the #1 show on our internet. Can you believe that? We are rocking to the top.
That's awesome.
We've had some terrific guests, and it's so good to see you again. I always love hanging out. We only get together, we just get together once a week.
Right.
She lives over near, we're in Tampa.
Right.
I live in Tarpon Springs, which is on the Gulf side.
Right.
Right on the water.
I'm a couple hours away.
She's in Daytona.
Yeah.
And she's out there driving on the beach with all the hot rods. She's like Elvis impersonators out there driving their 55 Chevys and all that kind of stuff on the beach itself.
Yeah.
And we talk to each other on the phone, and with communications the way it is. I mean, millions of people are friends and that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. But I just see this gorgeous hunk of woman once a week. So I love her to death. She's like my new sister, my wife, my work wife, and all that kind of stuff. Sorry, Angie, I love you very much, by the way. That's my real life.
Hi, Angie.
Hi, Angie. Love you, miss you, and hope you're doing well and hope you're just like relaxing. It's been a nice day. No humidity here in Tampa.
Yeah.
It's been great all over Florida. And
next week we have a vacation.
That's
which
right.
I'm looking forward to.
I know. We just taped our show for next week, which will be...
We did?
Tune in, guys, because it's with Gord Shriver, and we just taped it for next week's Sunday night, and he's the author of Boris Karloff, The Man Remembered. Mm-hmm. So tune in, because we're going to do some fun stuff today on today's show. Mm-hmm. But first off, I want to give an incredible shout-out to Mr. Barry Pearl, who gave us an incredible show last week.
Oh, he's so funny.
He cracks me up.
He is really funny. He's just a really... My mother came over and she watched the show.
Oh, really?
And yeah, she just loved him. She just said, he just seems like a really nice guy.
Well, he's got a whole new fan base. I mean, because, with the new generation. Yeah, he's a really super guy. And I've known Barry for a couple of years through my buddy, through Jeff Conaway, who we just recently lost 2 years ago. But they were in Grease together. Barry Pearl played Duty in the movie Grease.
And he plays the guitar, too, which is cool with me.
See, you know more about some of my friends than I know about them myself, but that's pretty cool, I guess.
Well, I was thinking, because he mentioned it last week, that he played the guitar, and I played the bass, and I was going to hit him up to maybe start a rock band,
well,
but
I played rhythm guitar, and I played drums.
We got into other things.
Oh, did you? Okay, well, you can give me a call, and we can jam.
Yeah.
We get Butch Patrick to play the xylophone, and
I play the tambourine too.
And Eddie Deason can play the triangle, and then Susan Buckner, who was on our second show, played Patty Simcox in Grease. She could probably play with her hair, probably, or something. I don't know.
I can give her the spoons.
No, or she can dance. She's a great dancer.
Oh,
so
yeah.
She's incredible. She could probably do some symbolic movement in front of us while we play or something.
She danced with Dean Martin.
She did. She was a gold digger in the 70s with Dean Martin. Everybody loves somebody sometimes.
I should have been a gold digger. Maybe I wouldn't have to be here with you.
Well, isn't that the reason why you are a gold digger? Because you are here with me?
Either way.
That works for me. Anyway,
Yeah.
but anyway,
I'm just messing with you.
I
You
know,
know.
you're messing with my mess, and I just don't deal with that stuff. So just be on with your bad self.
Okay.
But Barry, thanks again for a terrific show. You're the man. I know you're tuning in because you told me on the computer here. Hello, he's confused. We're like talking to the world. And Barry, we'll definitely have you back on the show. I'd really like. I know Lorenzo Lama said he wanted to chop on. Man, this is becoming the happening place.
Yeah.
I mean, all these people like.
You got a happening actress over here too.
Well, you are.
I just did a voiceover
Well, tell me
for
about it.
an awesome graphic novel.
Well, tell me about it.
Sitting right next to
Well,
you.
let me touch you. Well, in proper
Hello.
places here, but I'll just touch you. Whatever.
Well, I just I auditioned for a graphic novel,
Right.
which I've always wanted to do.
Now, what is
I
a
always-
graphic novel? Is that like something a gothic novel or a graphic novel?
Graphic novel,
Which is?
like artistic artwork,
Okay.
made into a movie,
Mm-hmm.
also a book,
Right.
and also done in audio. And I thought, you know what? I just give it a try, and I went to the audition and started talking like this and stuff. And they said, man, you're the perfect Marge. And I'm like, really?
Is that large? Is that like Large Marge from Pee Wee Herman type thing? No,
Kind of close, but a little yet so far. Yes.
that kind of thing.
So it was really amazing. I
cool.
really had a good time doing that and look forward to doing some more. And I know Danny Roebuck's coming on here soon, but I
Yeah.
want to show the clip of this before, we talk to him
Sure.
too.
We'll get to that in
And,
just a second.
I know he
wanna
does a lot of voiceovers too, which
Oh,
I
yeah.
might,
Yeah.
harass him and,
I just
later,
did
maybe,
one-
possibly.
Yeah, I just did one for him and his Dr. Shocker where I did a Boris Karloff voiceover.
Yeah.
So I got to say monster maniacs and I got to say antipasto and things like that. And I was a great Boris Karloff for him, you see.
And Linda Nunez. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really
Linda-
good.
Linda's a great-
She's going to be at the Florida Expo.
Florida
coming
Film
up,
Industry
and she
Expo coming
does,
up August 2nd and 3rd at the
She's really
Reston
cool.
Tampa.
There's to you there,
And
Linda.
our website is FFIEXPO.com. That's the Florida Film Industry Expo.com, August 2nd and 3rd at the Doubletree by Hilton on Cypress. And we've got a bunch of Hollywood A-listers that are going to teach workshops and seminars from both sides of the camera.
Right.
And we're also in conversation with the possibility of having a Lifetime Achievement Award with a very top A-list Academy Award winning actress. So our theme this year is Women in Film.
Right.
So even though we're going to have some people, like our guest Danny Roebuck, will be leading a workshop like he did last year. Danny's one of probably the hardest working actors in Hollywood, and we're going to bring him on in just a moment. Again, I just wanted to say...
the Zombies is coming out here soon, but they can check out the website.
Oh, what is that website?
Well, I have a clip that they can actually watch.
Okay, well then let's roll that beautiful bean footage. What are we going? You want to clip that on there? Go ahead.
Yeah, this is me and Marge.
You and Marge.
Corrales Entertainment presents The Zombie Chronicles, Volume 2, Book 2.
It was just the liquor and the cigarettes mostly. They don't want anything they can't get high off of. You're damn right I did. The next tweaker who comes through that door gets both barrels. No messing. What the hell was that? Look, I gotta go. Don't you come in here. I got a gun. You hear? I'll kill you. I swear it. I'll kill you. Ain't no damn meth head gonna rob me twice. What's the matter with you?
You can come out now.
I didn't wear my Depends today.
Okay.
I'm good. Okay, just thought I'd check. I'm good.
So anyway, you can check that out at the zombieChronicles.com, Chronicles with a K. And you can see a lot of the back history that's being done on this great project. We're going to try to get them on the show as well so they can explain all that too. So,
well, that's that. I've noticed
shout out to
our
Heath
themes.
Jones.
Yeah, Heath Jones, way to go, buddy. And we've been really kind of cool on that.
Did you like that?
I thought it was pretty. I'm gonna say it, I'm not cussing here, but this is a term we used to say in California.
Okay,
I was pretty bitching.
Thank you.
That's really.
That was
bitching.
my first voiceover.
Really?
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Oh,
besides radio.
That's cool.
Yeah.
My first voiceover work, I was.
What was yours?
8-9 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Mr. Roebuck, if you're anywhere, get back on where you need to be because we need to get you on, pal.
Did we scare Danny off?
I think he had to go to the bathroom or something, probably.
Maybe the zombies
I don't
scared
know.
him off.
But my first voiceover was a Wonder Bread commercial back in 1969. And I said, Wonder Bread is the 8-hour bread. And that's what I said. But I had I had that Peter Brady type voice, because I was before puberty. So maybe if I choke my throat up, I'm saying it.
What did you do again?
That's what I said in the commercial.
That was really
they thought it was
creepy.
really, really cool kind of thing. So, what? You can talk to us. What's that, Matt? What did you say? What do you need? What?
Talk about the picture.
Rob Zombie.
Oh, hi, Rob.
Rob Zombie, and he did sign this, and the Rob Meister.
Mm-hmm. I saw Rob at Earth Day Birthday, and I also saw him at what was it, House of Blues?
Did you?
And then I saw him down here in Tampa
Was that
with
House of Blues?
Marilyn Manson.
Oh, really?
I think it was like a year ago.
Now,
Danny Roebuck works with Rob a lot.
Yeah, I know, and we're going to talk about that when we get Danny up on here.
Right, Danny?
They're getting him back here. I think he had to go to as my son likes to call it, the Nation Station.
Uh-huh.
So, all right. Well,
that's a fun
ladies
place
and gentlemen,
to be. That's
one of the
for
hardest
sure.
working actors in Hollywood, in my opinion, over the last 30 years, has been a gentleman that I've known because we did No Time for Sergeants at the Glendale Center Theater, which is in the heart of Los Angeles, and we used to play to packed crowds of 500 people a night, 6 nights a week, and we used to play Getting Drunk every night. And we had a blast doing it.
Oh, yeah?
And as a result, Danny had done a movie just prior to that, but after that, career took off. Did River's Edge with Keanu Reeves, and we lost him again. Danny, oh Danny boy, the pipes are calling. We're trying to get you on Skype, pal, and we'll talk about
he
your
has
illustrious
amazing
career.
background anyway.
Yeah, he did River's Edge with Dennis Hopper and Keanu Reeves. He did Project X with Helen Hunt and Matthew Broderick.
He has the path,
and he's back again.
He has the path in film that actually I would like to take, to be honest with you, because I like character acting,
right?
And he has done some amazing things with some amazing people that I would love to follow. Similar to that path.
He just has a passion to just keep working all the time.
I mean, Andy
get
Griffith.
better. And he did Matlock. He played for a bunch of years. He played the character
who I wanted to be my father.
I think everybody in America wanted Andy Griffith to be their dad because he was such a reasonable, sensible guy telling Opie Taylor what to do.
If I ever felt bad or sad,
just watch the old Andy Griffith show.
I just watched that show when I was sick or had a cold or a flu. I watched Andy Griffith. I was getting ready to go through surgery last year. One of my girlfriends bought me the whole series, the Andy Griffith.
Was that the lobotomy you had before or after?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just thought I'd check.
And then I met you.
Oh. And then, but I mean, he did Kings of Queens. Had done some episodes with my buddy Leah Remini, and he did.
He worked with Fred Gwynn too.
He did?
Yeah, and Disorganized Crime.
Oh, that's right. And then he did Dudes with John Cryer.
I love John Cryer.
Who played Ducky in Pretty in Pink.
Well, let's just talk to him.
Oh, Danny,
really?
you there?
Can we just talk to him?
Daniel Roebuck, are you there?
I'm here.
Hey.
Hey, bud.
I'm playing with my signed Fred Gwynn doll, the doll that he signed for me when we did Disorganized Crime.
I love Fred Gwynn.
I was just playing with it. It doesn't talk anymore, but it used to say, "Hello, I'm Herman Munster."
What was it like to work with him?
Well, it was great. I mean, I couldn't believe it when they told me he was going to be playing the role. I thought my life was over. Luckily, that was 28 years ago, and I've held on.
Wow. Well, she was when we had Butch Patrick on here a couple weeks ago. She was saying how she wanted Fred Gwynn to be her dad,
and Andy Griffith as well.
Wait, hold on. You wanted Herman Munster and Andy Taylor to be your dad.
Correct.
Can you believe that? The
But
woman
you
is
didn't want Ozzie Nelson, and you didn't want Fred McMurray.
right, and
That is correct, and also Ed Neal from Married with Children. If I can have him too, that would be a pleasure. Thank you.
Wow, you're interesting.
Yeah,
Thank you.
she really is, Danny. Help me.
Rounded father.
Help me. She wants to be and have Hugh Beaumont as Ward Cleaver and the whole 9 yards.
No, I didn't want him. I wanted Fred Gwynn, Ed O'Neill.
You told me in your sleep.
No.
I mean, in your memoirs that that you wanted Hugh Beaumont.
What do you like, Cleo or something now?
No,
in
I
my
just
sleep?
have ESPN. I'm very clairvoyant.
You can go to jail for that.
For what?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Forget it.
Danny, you should be a marriage counselor. We're not even married. So how you doing, buddy? What's going on?
Well, it's a busy day helping. I've got my son on the other side of the camera doing geometry. If anybody has any geometry homework answers, although now I think he's moved to history. Good, yeah. So it's been a very busy day. Watching over my handsome little boy.
Okay. Will you tell Buster? Buster, when I was acting with your dad back in the day, I used to substitute teach in Pasadena and Los Angeles as a history teacher. So if you need any history, I'm your man.
What do you got back there behind you?
Oh, yeah. What's
What
that?
is back there?
I'm sitting in. I used to have an enormous monster museum called Dr. Shocker's House of Horror. And, went through some changes in the life and got rid of a lot of it. It was starting to weigh me down. And I kept what I love the most. So behind me specifically is my case that's filled with makeup, things that ways I used to make myself up as a kid.
Yeah.
Makeup kits and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's what I used to do.
I know. I remember.
I remember. Kim, you were there when Andy Griffith was our dad.
Yeah. You're right.
You guys both need some professional help.
Get your brother and sister out of that closet where we've been keeping them so nobody knows about them at all.
Yeah. Go to a place where nobody knows your name and get me that Blue Moon beer with the slice of orange.
Wait, hold on. Now you want to go to the place where nobody knows your name. So you want what?
I don't know.
Norm from Cheers to be your dad too?
No.
Ted Danson? No, she wanted Woody Harrelson.
I wanted him. No, I'd take him as my boyfriend.
Yeah, I know. Oh, you know what? I gotta say something here real quick. We're gonna interject.
Jeff Conaway on Cheers? No, he was on Taxi.
Well, no. Who was on Taxi?
Jeff Conaway.
Oh, of course, my old buddy. Yeah, of course. No, I was gonna say is because we were just talking about Woody Harrelson a second ago. I got just a 20-second spot here. One of my students, Anthony Belitzoff, whose beloved wife Amber Beck is one of our executive producers here on our show.
Yeah.
He just booked a job.
This is amazing.
Doing a movie called 999 with Kate Winslet and Woody Harrelson up in Atlanta for a whole month. So he leaves June 1st. So way to go, Anthony. We're very proud of you. We love you. Way to go, and we're excited. Cool. And this is just going to grow and grow and grow. And of course, we'll be able to get him in here to talk about the woes of when he gets back, and we'll see how things happen. So shout out to Anthony. And we love you, Amber.
Congratulations.
And then meanwhile, back at the ranch with Danny Roebuck. So now, Danny, but since you're sitting there in front of all your makeup and stuff, do you put on makeup every night before you go to bed and then pretend you're a monster when you go to sleep?
I have to put this face on. Normally,
scary.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my makeup off for 1 second. Hold on. I got to just take it off. I'll just take 1 second. Okay. Let me pull my mask off. Hold on.
Oh, dear.
Who is that?
I don't know. Pinhead?
Wow.
Oh, wow. That's quite a transformation.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Wow. What was it? What was
Who
the triple?
is this?
He went through the black hole. I have no idea what.
Who are we dealing with now?
This is.
Is this Danny?
No, this is Raniel Dobruck.
Oh.
His alter is not supposed to though. Yeah.
So I can't. If you've got 1.5 million people listening, 499,000 just turned off. So what can we talk about?
Thanks, Danny, for your hits of hits with us. We really appreciate that.
Oh.
But no, I'm excited because in a couple of weeks, Danny's coming out to Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
So for all you big actors and actresses, I've been posting. I'm going to be casting for Danny's commercial that we're doing.
You're casting
for the Home Improvement Center in Clearwater. Danny's he's wrote a comedy script for the commercial.
That's cool.
And you'll go to Facebook to see the postings. We're going to need 3 actors and actresses of different age groups.
Okay.
And I'm going to be casting this one.
So do they go on your Facebook?
Yeah, well, I post it on my wall, and it's going to be on. It'll be at Bean Production Studios on this Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay.
And then we'll also do Saturday from 10 to 6.
That's
so
cool.
2 days in a row. Come on out. It's a paid gig. Danny's going to direct you. You're going to have an opportunity to work with one of the Hollywood's finest directors. I say that because not only is he a good friend, but I've had a chance to work with him, and just a comic genius in my book.
Great opportunity.
Of course, I taught him everything he knows.
I hope my agent's watching this.
Well, he better, or she better, whoever your agent is.
Who knows?
Who knows your agent? I don't know. I could say, yeah. So funny is when all the newbies get to Hollywood, Danny, and they go, okay, so where does Mr. William Morris, where is he located? Well, he's been dead for 100 years. He was a booking agent back in the 1800s. It's kind of like, okay. Reality check, kind of thing.
Do people call in your station? Do they call you in? Are people communicating with you right now?
Yeah, well, why did you want to talk with some people that were calling in?
Yeah, well, I'd like to talk to any other voice would be great, but my son is asking for a study break, and I don't really believe he deserves one. So if one person around the world says that he should get a study break from doing his history flashcards,
I'll tell you what, we'll go even further. If a person calls and asks for that study break right now, we're going to give Gord Shriver we had on. He's actually going to call in a little bit and talk to you because he's a big fan of yours, Danny. And he's the authoritarian of Boris Karloff, The Man Remembered, which we had him on earlier today. And so whoever calls in, gets an autographed book of Gord Shriver's book of Boris Karloff,
Very cool.
keeping in the monster genre of antipasto and everything and to go along with that. So call in. You got the number there. It's 813-639-8255. And we're good? We have a caller?
Oh, we have a caller?
Yes.
And who's this?
This is Gord Shriver, Ian's friend in Atlanta.
Sorry, Gordon, you don't get your own book, pal.
What?
Well, Gordon, this is Danny. Danny Gordon, please talk. Go away.
Who's the blue dot?
Well, hi, Dan. How do you do?
Hey, nice to see you, Gordon. Hold on. Before we get any further, do you think my son Buster should get a study break?
Yes.
You do. That's it. There's no qualifying that. You just say yes.
Yeah, I mean, if kids work hard, they need breaks.
All right, we'll accept it, Buster. Look, he's already watching ESPN. So good. Thank you, Gordon. So hey, Gordon, did you see what I was just holding up? Speaking of Gordon Karloff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did, and it's nice to. As I said, it's nice to meet another fan who grew up reading Famous Monsters of Filmland.
Oh my! Reading it. Hold on. I'm sure I have one within reach. Hold on a second. Oh God! Everything's great. Famous Monsters of Filmland, right here. They're that close. I have them around all the time, Gordon. Wait, here's one with Karloff on the cover. I just happen to have it within 4 feet from me. Isn't that something? Go ahead, Gordon. Ask any question. I'm going to read.
Sure. I had a question. Like I said, when you became an actor, did you find acting on stage versus film any different? The reason I asked that is because Boris felt that acting in film was more difficult, doing take after take versus acting on stage.
Well, yeah, as anybody like Ian can tell you, it's just really two different. It's not just apples and oranges. It's like apples and automobiles. It's not. Yeah. They're so different. I love. I started on the stage like he did, so I love being able to create one thing at one time and see it through its end. I love that. I did actually. He did Arsenic and Old Lace, which was one of his later plays, but he'd done many plays before that. But we did actually. Here, hold on. It's good to have all this stuff right behind me, Gordon. Look. Hold on, let me get this. Let's see if I can not break anything.
Who's on the phone?
Check this out. Hold on. Let me see if I get no glare. Or look, that's me as
Talk for a little bit.
as Karloff in Arsenic and Old Lace. You see that?
She's just gonna have to wait until they.
And
Yes, I
you
do.
know, Sarah came to see the play. Boris's daughter came to actually see the play.
She was a great lady.
Paula Clark is on the phone,
No,
too.
she's gonna call back when we're done with the two of them.
All right.
All right, it sounds like confusion there. Come on, guys.
Oh no confusion here. We're
When
just
did
I have a
your
little
book-
indigestion here. We're good. A little gassy.
Thank you, Dan.
When did your book come out?
Actually, it came out in 2004, and but it's
Wait,
been
hold on. Then
selling ever since.
I must have it.
I'll see that you get one.
No, I'm sure I have it in my library. If it
Oh,
came
really?
out in 2004, I've read it. So I will. I apologize. I thought this was a new book. So anything about Boris Karloff, I buy.
Well, that's great. I actually would like to do another edition too, because I've contacted more people and done more research since then.
Oh, great.
Hey, Gord.
Do that. Let me know. I've got. And Gordon, do you have a copy of the only time that Karloff was actually filmed doing Arsenic and Old Lace was for I think a Hallmark television special in the early to mid 50s with Tony Randall. Do you have a copy of that?
Yes, I do. In fact, I contacted several people, both Tony Randall and Tom Bosley, and the director George Schaefer shared their memories about that with me.
Oh, how wonderful!
That's
How
cool.
wonderful! Excellent.
I
Well,
think
I look
Gordon-
forward. Let's bump into each other at a monster convention sometime.
We should. I definitely, I hope we can do that sometime this year.
I'll definitely be at Mask Fest. Well, I say definitely, unless I'm working. I'll be at Mask Fest. That's a Horror Hound show, and I think that's in September or October. So
All right.
we'll see if you're around.
Okay, and I said we'll have to maybe exchange some addresses, email or otherwise, and keep in touch.
Yeah, I'll be your go-to guy. So I'll take care of that for the both of you guys.
I'd rather Ian didn't have my actual phone number. Kim Marie, can I?
Or you mine, pal.
Aye.
Aye.
Hey, thank you for calling. And Fred Gwynn,
Thank you.
thanks. Fred Gwynn,
Take care.
Thank you, Gordon.
Do we have another caller?
Bye-bye.
Yeah, we have. Thanks, Gordo.
All right. Aloha.
Okay. Now, before we have another caller that's going to be calling in just a moment here, Danny, we want to show the fans your alter ego of Dr. Shocker. So we do have your Dr. Shocker videotape, and we're going to show that here to all of our viewing fans right now. So,
all right.
Gary, can you go ahead and tap that in there for a second, please, if you would? He's only giving us the number one finger. I don't hope that's not that's the index fingers. Woo.
Is that the right finger?
I think so.
Okay.
Means like hold up, but don't put your thumbs up. Remember, if you go to the Olympics in Brazil, this means stick it up here. So don't. Can you imagine the guys that get their Olympic and they're standing on, they're getting the gold medal, and they look at the media and they
I
go,
can't wait to go over there now.
That just means stick it in your ear. You know, like who?
I need a vacation.
Let's go to Brazil.
Yeah.
Make them go. The girl from Ipanema, and she girls go walking by. Remember that, Doug? You remember that? It's too old for Matt. He's not a baby boomer. Maybe Amber does. Are you the girl from Ipanema? No. You know. But your husband, since he has the Russian accent, he goes, "The girl from Ipanema." How we doing, Gary? We looking good?
Yeah.
We got thumbs up. Okay. So a viewing pleasure. Danny, hold on. We're going to show your Dr. Shocker. And listen to that incredible Boris Karloff voice that's on this tape. I don't know who this guy is, but he's incredible.
Who is that? You?
Shh, quiet. Don't give out the
Seriously?
cat out of the dab bag.
The following is a public service announcement. Do you like monster movies? Read monster magazines? Fill your home with monster memorabilia? Remember turning yourself into a monster? Wonder what it would be like if the Frankenstein monster and the Wolfman ran for president of the United States? Dream of inventing a time machine so that you can go back in time and buy items from the back pages of famous monster magazines. Think about pranking your children by pretending that Dracula was a real monster and that he killed you in front of them. If you answered yes to one of the above questions, then you're a monster maniac. And there is only one doctor that can help you. There is only one cure.
Dr. Shocker's Vault of Horror.
All the early influences of anything I liked were just always monster related.
One thing that we all have in common as monster collectors is we're all weirdos and freaks and geeks ourselves.
I learned English by reading the subtitles on horror movies on Sunday on TV and on the theater.
Many of us, I think, do want to crawl back into the 12-year-old self. You know, we want to just be that kid again.
Oh, are we on? There we go.
Hello.
Hey, there we
Hi.
are. We are back.
I love that.
Isn't that scary, great?
Where do I get that?
Well, it's on. He has it on Facebook, and I can just share it with you.
Well, you could just go to www.docshocker.com. DOCSHOCKER.com. And you can get that. You can get that right now. Operators are standing by.
Very awesome.
All two of them. They're great.
And Rob Zombie's on there, I see.
My good personal friend Rob Zombie.
There he is, right here. We have him. We're paying homage to him tonight in picture form on the thing here, Danny.
Rob Zombie.
She does.
Oh yeah, you know what? He is truly a good guy. He's a great director.
How was he to work with? Yeah.
Say it again.
Hello.
Oh, hey, we have a caller. Sorry, technicality beyond our control. We have a caller online here, Danny, for you, and we'll get back to asking those questions in just a moment. Miss Paula Clark is on the line. And so, Paula, you would like to ask Mr. Roebuck of a few questions. What's going on?
Oh, not much. I'm just watching this. It's very entertaining. I love Ian Karloff. My question's mainly on Cave Girl.
Cave Girl. Okay, hit
girl.
me.
Oh, dear.
All right, your Cave Girl Journey Back in Time. Do you know when it's going to be released?
Well, Code Red is going to put it out. I don't know if it's up on their website. It'll be out, I think, within a month. It's kind of fast. Cave Girl is the first movie that I made, and we recently revisited Cave Girl with a documentary about how we made it some 30 years ago. It's very silly. So it's kind of you to ask, Paula. Nice to hear from you. And it'll be, I would think it'll be out next month, I would think. They're pressing them now.
Okay.
Or depressing them, as the case may be.
Yeah, I'm curious to 2.5D. I don't know how they do that. But
yeah, 2.5D is very difficult because you have to strain 1/2 of 1D out. So it's a very technical process. I wish I had the time to explain it, but in effect, it's we've got to go back to the original film and put it to a spaghetti strainer. Very hard.
Oh my. Okay.
Now, Paula, real quick, do you have the answer to the trivia question we have in order to win the Boris Karloff, The Man Remembered by Gord Shriver book?
I missed the trivia question.
The question is, what year did Boris Karloff do the Frankenstein movie?
Oh God, I'm gonna butcher it. 1940. Is he telling the right one?
Danny, shut up.
Give her the book, for God's sake. She called in.
Okay. Your alter ego just threw out the day out
Can they
there.
keep her on the line to get her information?
Yeah.
Get her information.
Gary, if you could get her information, so we can mail the book off to her, if you would, please. So, Paula, thanks for the question. You're going to get Gord Shriver's autographed book of Boris Karloff, The Mac Remembered. And we have it right here. It's on cameras. If you're watching the show right now, this is coming to you in the mail. You probably receive it within a week, and we'll get it out there to you, okay? It's a great book. It's a great book.
Hey, Danny.
Yeah.
You there?
Yeah. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we see you.
Can you see you now? Yeah. My boyfriend's texting me because he wants to know all about Dudes. He loves that movie, Dudes.
Wait, whoa.
Do you want the address?
Oh, yeah.
No, not online.
Not online. We don't want to give you the online. Our producer's going to grab it for you. So just stay tuned. He's going to get you called without offline. What's that?
Oh, they'll call me? Hold
on a second, Paula. What? We're going to call you. And do we have her number? Gary's got your number.
Okay.
So go ahead and hang up, Paula, and we'll call you back and get your address and information. We'll send the book out to you. Congratulations.
All right.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for calling in.
Okay. Now, thank you, Paula. Good night. Now,
well, Lee's
Danny,
texting me.
Lee's texting us, and Lee's the guy that did all our opening music for us. So, Lee, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I never had a chance to say thank you for doing all that for us. I mean,
thank you for thanking him.
Well, he did. I like the little link-a-ding, because it says that represents me. They think I'm an old fart, which I'm not. I'm an old rock and roller, truth be told.
You're really not.
I am a rock and roller.
Are you really?
Hey, I did Jesus Christ Superstar. Hair longer than you, had a beard and mustache, the whole 9 yards.
Whenever you show me the picture, I'll believe you.
My mind is clearer now. At last, all too well.
Hey,
I can
Danny,
see.
can you tell me about Dudes, please? Because, Lee loves John Cryer. He's a big fan of that movie, and he wants to hear all about it.
In the first place, I'm totally depressed as a girlfriend or boyfriend. But,
do you want me to get rid of him? No.
Hopefully he doesn't wear his hair like I did in Jude.
He actually wears a mohawk.
He does.
How depressing.
He's got the dreads pulled back.
He's got a dread mohawk.
Yeah, that's why he loves it.
Yeah.
Well, Dudes, then, I can see why he likes that movie. Dudes was a great time, and I can tell you, by the way, it took me a half hour to figure out that instead of looking at the picture like I think I'm looking at a video camera, I've got to look up here. So if I've been looking down, it's not because I'm in my dotage. I just didn't understand this. So Johnny Cryer is one of the greatest actors I've worked with and one of the greatest guys I've worked with. I don't actually keep in touch with a lot of actors, but I always love when I get to see him. He's a great guy.
Now, what about... Is he still talking?
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. What about Flea? He was in there, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. Flea
from Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Johnny Cryer, myself, and Flea. Yeah, Flea takes a bullet somewhere. There's a spoiler.
It's killed.
About a quarter of the way through the movie. But we had a great time working with him. When we made that movie, it was 1986.
Right.
So the Chili Peppers, it's hard to imagine they've been around that long.
Mm-hmm.
But they certainly have, and they certainly have been entertaining since then. But Flea, a great guy. The director of that, Penelope Spheris, was just terrific. I mean, it's a very odd movie.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully they'll put it out on DVD soon so a new audience can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Penelope Spheris directed Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
She did not. She directed The Decline of Western Civilization, Dudes, the Little Rascals movie, the Beverly Hillbillies movie, but did not direct Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
I thought she did. Who did? I got to bone up on my trivia. I thought she did. I stand corrected.
Well, Danny has a huge film history. I mean, you've worked with some really amazing people. John Cryer, Ed O'Neill,
Keanu Reeves,
Eddie Griffin, Double Take, I see, with
Dennis
Orlando
Hopper.
Jones. My goodness. I mean, I would love to follow in your footsteps. I mean,
he did 2 movies with Matthew Broderick. Bueller. Anyone? Bueller? Anyone? Bueller? And he also had that scene where he looks at Helen Hunt and goes, "Oh."
That one Woke Up Dead. I watched that in a hotel.
Oh, that Woke Up Dead in a hotel with Danny Roebuck staring you at the TV
with John Heder. I watched that one in a hotel when I went to go see Alice in Chains up in Georgia. I watched that.
Well, Danny, really cool. Flea's got something. I met Flea at a social gathering one time. And
you did?
I did in Hollywood one time. This is back in about 2000 before I moved out here. And Dan's name came up in the conversation, and he had nothing but excellent things to say about working with Danny on Dudes.
Well, he's an excellent guy.
Well, what's not to like about Danny? He's just
I met him once at the audition.
Yes, you did. And the audition is the job, which is a great
workshop.
had
a really good time.
So if any of you know in the cities around the United States, if you know that Dan Roebuck's coming into your town to do Audition is a Job for all you thespians out there, get off your lazy butts and get out there and do the class, because it is excellent. It really gives you an interesting insight to what it is to be a true actor in the audition process. And the key thing I walked away with, something that Danny and I talked about years ago, that he implements in his teaching is for actors to go into a situation when they're auditioning is to be gracious and no head, no ego, none of that stuff. And that will get you far. And that's been his mantra. And look, he's been working like crazy. So you the man, Dan.
Thank you. It's hard to not have a big ego when you're saying all these nice things.
I really enjoyed the class. I really thought you were an amazing guy, and I definitely look up to you.
Well, thank you. There's a lot of misinformation directed at actors, which was kind of what that was born out of. I just was frustrated that as I would mentor people, they would say, "Oh, you always do this or you always do that," and it just drove me crazy, because there's a lot of people with no the word right is not the correct word, but there's people with no business teaching how to audition because they've never succeeded in auditions. They're failed actors or whatever. So I mean, here's what I say: if we do have any actors listening, I beg you, the information that you're applying to your life needs to come from people who are successful. If you're applying information from people who have not achieved, that's true of anything. Mm-hmm. You're not going to learn how to fly a plane from a guy who's never been in a plane. You're not going to learn how to bake pie from someone who goes, "Oh, I've never been in the kitchen." But in theory, here's how pies are baked. Like you wouldn't, that would be a waste of time. Yet actors spend billions of dollars a year paying people to tell them what to do. People who've never experienced it.
Right. Well, I love hearing, when I met you, I loved hearing a lot about, your history, how you grew up and how, you went out there and you were Dracula and stuff and you had your business cards made. I mean, that was like the coolest thing, is just hearing everything from start to now, I mean, I just really loved hearing the backstory, about you.
Well, thank you. I'm sorry.
That was the best.
Thank you.
I was going to ask real quick. Our producer, Amber, was asking, are you going to be teaching a workshop anytime soon, either back here in Tampa or anywhere on the 40-city road trip you might be doing in the near future?
I don't have one scheduled. I've been very blessed and have been very busy lately. And going out to do that does take a lot of preparation and time. I will be at the Florida Film Industry Expo. I will do something different. I don't know what we'll do, but I'll come back to see people there, and I hope people in Florida, Louisiana, Atlanta, wherever, that they come in to support that, because you got a lot of good people coming.
Yeah, we do. We have guys coming in from Idaho. I've got a professor coming from the University of Wisconsin, bringing a number of students like he did last year. So yeah, it's a national event, guys. So we're going to probably put some ads in the Backstage West in Hollywood and Hollywood Reporters, so that people can give a chance to vacation at the same time of knowing full well that they can come to Florida and kill two birds with one stone. Get to learn from the Hollywood A-listers like Danny and other people from both sides of the camera. Again, the website for you guys to check out the Florida Film Industry Expo is FFIEXPO.com. And with that, our sponsor for this hour's show is Off Duty Wear. And that's right there is our Off Duty Wear, is our prime sponsor, has been for the last couple of weeks, and will continue to do so. We want to thank Vicki Gross, whose company's has been growing in leaps and bounds, and they do all monograms and shirts of stenciling for athletics and private parties and groups and corporations and stuff like that. So you get a really good bargain working with Off Duty Wear. So you can go to offdutywear.com and looking for more information there on the website. So thank you, Off Duty Wear. But Danny, we're looking forward to having you join us again in August. Now, let me ask you, what from actor to actor. I mean, I'm always amazed at how people work constantly and things like that. What do you think? I mean, you mentioned a little bit about the fact of understanding what it means to be gracious. Hello, we're having a phone conversation. Are we calling 976 stud? What is this? Gary, we have a phone ringing on the line. Danny, you still there?
Hello.
I am.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Who's
hey,
this?
Ken? Yeah. Hey, Ken. Hey, Ken. This is Mike and Ken Carpenter.
Oh, hey, Michael. Hey, Ken. Hi.
Good. How are you, Marie?
How are you?
Yeah, good. Hey, Ken, we wanted to. Gary Roebuck is on there. Ken, hey, Gary, or I'm sorry, Danny. Ken Carpenter was camerahead in Hellraiser 3 with all them. And I wanted to call and say hello to Kim and you, and as well as Ian. Hey, Danny.
Hi.
How are you guys? How are you? Did you?
How are you guys?
Who were you in Hellraiser 3?
Played two characters. I played Camerahead and Doc.
Oh.
Who's the cameraman.
Yeah. That was who directed? Was that what's his name?
That was directed by
was it Clyde Barker?
Clyde
Barker. You might help me out on this.
Yeah.
It was not Hennings, is it?
Was it Clyde?
I think it's Clyde
No,
Barker.
Clyde Barker, wasn't it?
I think Clyde Barker did Hellraisers, didn't he?
I'm thinking.
I think it's Clyde
I have
Barker.
a picture of him right here, too, and I can't think
Didn't he
of
play
his
in the
name.
movie?
He's done a few other things. He's the director.
Oh.
Peter Atkins wrote the project.
Yeah, Peter's an old buddy of mine. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he is.
I haven't unfortunately seen him for a while. I thought that may be one of the ones that he. Tony Hickok. Tony Hickok.
Anthony Hickox.
Yeah, Anthony Hickok. That's right.
Turn around, Peter Atkins.
Last I heard that Peter was in L.A. That's what Larry Moortalk told me. Larry was the producer and also played the phone.
All right.
No continuity.
Well, that's very cool.
But he was hanging out in L.A. I don't know what they're working on. And I talked to Doug at one point in time, Doug Bradley.
Uh-huh.
And they were working on another one. They're talking about replacing Doug, and I said, I don't know how they're going to do that. But
Yeah, there's only one Pinhead, and Doug Bradley is it.
There you go.
Yeah, Doug is he's the very best. He emanates, that character just emanates, Pinhead. And Doug Bradley, he's an amazing guy.
The Anthony Hickok's dad was Doug Hickox, who was a very great English director who directed one of the greatest Vincent Price movies ever. He directed Theater of Blood. I got to meet him once in Yugoslavia. Very strange. Anyway, how cool that you called. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
It was a pleasure talking to you guys.
And
Kim,
Yeah.
And Kim, Richard Mall says hello. We had a great event we did yesterday with Richard over at the Old Miners Parade. And
I enjoyed talking to him the other day on the phone. That was really fun. He's a fun guy. I appreciate talking to him on the phone.
Yeah, he says he was he's going to be a potential guest for us.
It was really great. Yeah, so we had a great time.
Thanks for having us on.
No problem,
Thank
and
you.
I'll talk to you here soon. Hey, Danny, you there?
Okay.
Stay safe, guys.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, Danny.
Hey,
Thanks,
Danny,
Danny.
I want to
Thanks,
talk about
Danny.
Rob Zombie
Bye.
for a second.
Alrighty.
Here we go, Danny. Hold on to your Rob Zombie seatbelts.
All right, so how is it working with him? I mean, you've done like all his movies.
Well, I've done every movie except the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Then every time.
How did you manage that? Tell me.
He and I like the same kind of things, and we're the same. I think we have the same sentiment. We're a bit nostalgic.
Okay. Yeah, I saw his house on Cribs, and he has a lot of the black and white films hanging on his walls and stuff like that. His house is pretty cool.
But can you teach him how to comb his hair?
He looks good now.
Oh, does he? Okay.
Would you? I mean, I don't understand. Would you say to Alfred Hitchcock, could you teach him to lose weight?
Yeah, exactly. That's true. Sorry. Sorry.
You don't shave Walt Disney's mustache off.
No, that's true.
So
that's
John
true.
5 and Piggy D were also in the last movie, right?
Yeah, the last movie.
I love John 5.
At Lords of Salem, I was in tangentially, and then he ended up cutting me out of the film. Which happens sometimes.
Okay.
So I never did work with them. But my friend Jeff Phillips was in it, and of course Sherry Zombie was the lead, and Sherry, is extraordinary.
Well, you have a really big career, and do you have any bloopers or anything that you can share with our audience listeners? I mean, you've done like Cave Girl all the way to Matlock to the Late Shift, the King of Queens, Final Destination, one of my son's favorite films. He loves the Final Destination series. Double Take. You've done so much.
But you didn't mention the number one show that he was ever in. Of all those, you did not mention the one show he was ever in.
Go ahead.
No Time for Sergeants with me and him.
Whatever. So what is some of the bloopers that maybe you can share? Something fun or
no love.
Funny or I don't know.
No love.
I mean, there's
do you have anything like that you can share? Something fun?
They all bore unique experiences for me.
Okay.
I don't, if I did make mistakes in them, I'm sure they were rare.
Right.
Because a blooper is generally a mistake. But
a funny moment, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think one of the great moments was I was just a guest star in the first Matlock I ever did, which was one of the last ones of the first season, and I did something in the middle of the first take of The Master that completely surprised Andy Griffith. I pulled his pants out and reached down it, and put my hand about 1/2 an inch from a very sensitive place because
Mr.
that's
Happy.
what I was playing a doctor, and so I did what a doctor would do. I shoved my hand out there,
Right.
and because I was so bold, he recognized that I was the kind of actor that he wanted on his show. He wanted actors who could just kind of do instead of talk. I'm not a big talky actor. You know, if we rehearse a play, I want to rehearse it quickly and get it on stage. I don't want to over rehearse movies or TV scenes. I want to figure out the blocking, but I don't want to rehearse it 1,000 times because I want there to be part of what I do. And I think you may or may not remember when I taught even the audition is the job, I say there's just a little bit that I don't learn. I leave just a little bit to the moment.
I'm the same way. I do that too.
Yep, I agree.
Cool. So if you're driving in your car, what kind of music do you listen to?
Well, I just bought the new Sarah McLachlan CD. I like Five for Fighting.
Okay.
John's a good American, and I appreciate what he stands for, and he's an extremely talented guy. I listen to show tunes, much to the consternation of my 16-year-old son and 18-year-old daughter, Grace.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, can we get a call? I think it's time for him to get off his study break. Can someone call me and tell me if it's time to take him off his study break?
I'll just intervene right now because of technology the way it is with lightning storms out here in Tampa. Buster, it's time to get back on the books and get a crack in there, pal.
Hold on, I gotta tell him. Hey, Buster, they're saying on the radio that you gotta get back to studying.
You tell him Uncle Ian told him to get cracking, pal.
Aww.
I hope he's there. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. Thanks, Ian.
No, it's all love. You know, it's all love.
Gotcha. So what else can I tell you guys?
So you done The Late Shift with Jay Leno. You done Law.
The light shift. It's the late shift.
What'd I say?
Light?
You said the light shift.
No.
The light bulb?
I did the late shift as Jay Leno.
What did I say?
You were on drugs. You said the light shift lightsaber with Harrison Ford or something like that. I don't remember.
Are you really paying that close of attention to me? Seriously?
I love you.
God, just hanging on every word.
He played Jay Leno on the late shift.
I know.
Who was the gentleman that's in part of that played David Letterman?
John Michael Higgins, extremely talented.
I love him in all those movies that he did with Christopher Guest.
Yes, he's
Best in Show. He was great.
Very, very talented actor.
Talented. Right, he is. Well, I love all the scenes that you did, Danny, and I mean, you really, in my opinion, you gave a true portrayal of Jay Leno with a lot of love and compassion, and it showed.
Kathy Bates.
Oh, the scenes you have with Kathy Bates, and oh my gosh, just the sensitivity and then the parting scene when you guys get in that big fight in her office and smashing all this stuff. It was like, oh my gosh, it was powerful, very powerful stuff.
Do you have any new projects coming out?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
I have too many new projects coming out.
What was the movie you did in Minnesota?
Anything you'd like to share with some of your fans that are watching right now?
Yes, to all two of my fans.
Both of them, yeah.
They're probably the same ones I have.
They're not my fans.
Oh, we have two as well. You're one of them.
Matt's the other one.
Go on, Danny.
Did a movie in Minnesota called my Lord. I've just done. I need to bring His Neighbor Phil. I should have my IMDb page up. I can't even remember what they're called 3 weeks later. We did a movie in Minnesota called His Neighbor Phil, and did another movie in Minnesota. I've been going there a bit, called One Song. I'll be on Franklin and Bash probably earlier in their season. I think they come back in a few months. There's always something. People, I say, please do join me at Daniel Roebuck on Facebook. It's there's some fake. Who knows why people would do this? There's fake Daniel Roebuck Facebook pages. You can tell which is the real one because there's obviously pictures of my, life or events on it. So join it, and then you'll always see what's coming up and what's going on.
Now, when you worked with Andy Griffith, okay, did he give you any advice or anything that you have kept with you, all these years? Because he's been in the industry a really long time. Did he say anything to you?
Well, Andy wasn't. I mean, it wasn't about what he would say. It was certainly about the man that he was. Andy Griffith, Don Johnson. You would think they're not similar actors, but they were similar in the fact that, when you have the lead in a show, you have a responsibility to be the leader,
right.
Of the show. And there was something very interesting in the third season when I was the second billed actor. I noticed that they did something. No one ever talked about it, but if Andy had a day off, they jockeyed my trailer right next to the stage door where his trailer was. So I knew that on the days when Andy wasn't there was an expectation that I would, keep things moving, keep things light, be kind to the guest stars, keep things going. So, I kind of learned from guys like that how to keep the set laughing and moving forward.
Well, that's a genuine gift. Danny, let me know for all you big Lost fans out there. What was the name of the character that you played that you actually blew yourself up with nitroglycerin? And what was your schedule like when you were filming in Hawaii as opposed to filming in L.A.? What was that kind of like?
Well, we only shot one scene of Lost in L.A. I think in the entire show we shot the airplane interior in that end of the first episode in Exodus 1 and 2.
Right.
That airplane interior was in Glendale.
Right.
Other than that, I think the entire show was shot
in Hawaii.
There. Maybe the pilot had them in the airplane in Glendale too. I don't know. I wasn't there.
No, which part of Hawaii were you filming?
We were in on Oahu. So we shot in and around Honolulu, and then we shot on the North Shore, Police Beach on the North Shore.
Right. Sunset Beach, yeah.
Gorgeous, and I mean that was an amazing show because there was a lot of people on it, and I wasn't even one of the regulars. I was one of the guest stars. So I do think when I went there, I was there for 3 or 4 weeks shooting at one clip at one point, and the kids came down, and the Easter Bunny found them in Hawaii. That was a lot of fun.
Rough life, having for your art, having to suffer in Hawaii, really, really tough. Yeah, we hear that a lot when actors come down to Florida. I talked to a bunch of them that filmed with Ron Howard when they did Cocoon or Parenthood. They filmed all down here in Florida. So,
what is that Walking Dead spinoff?
Is there a Walking Dead spinoff you're working on?
What is that?
Webisodes. If your listeners,
because there's a lot of big Walking Dead fans.
They're awfully entertaining. It's Greg Nicotero directed the webisodes. That was 2 years ago. So if they type in Walking Dead, Daniel Roebuck, Cold Storage, I think they were called.
What is it? Cold Storage?
Storage. You could see them all at one time. It's about 12 minutes. Very entertaining. Good actors in it. Not that sounds self-aggrandizing, but it was a lot of fun to be in the Walking Dead world. But odd that I wasn't in the actual world. We shot those in L.A. as opposed to in Atlanta.
Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
Were these shot before? Or
I'm not
after,
sure.
Or in between?
Showed a webisode. That was, I think, the second or the third season webisode. Yeah. So we shot them after they shot the third season, but they aired them 2 days before they started airing the third season.
I see. Okay, I'll have to check those out myself. Right. That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
What's that?
Oh, you say it started in 2010, but yeah, because we're finding other than the Walking Dead type and zombie series.
A lot of people love that.
Well, they are, but the other thing is the paranormal. It's always been strong since 1915, and every single paranormal film has always made money and done really well.
Mm-hmm. I knew you were going to say that.
Well, I have to because I love that genre.
I do too.
Yeah, and I'm very involved in it. So, to a degree, yeah.
I can't wait to be part of that.
I know.
With you.
Well, Danny, man, you are an absolutely incredible. What's this? What? I don't know. My producer's throwing me something. What does that mean? What?
Can't do what you were asking.
Okay, no problem. Well,
so,
Dan,
Dr. Shocker, one more time, how do they get? Because I want a copy of that. I really want to. I want to check that out. So where do we go?
What's the website again, Danny, from Dr. Shocker?
www.shocker.com.
That's pretty easy.
Can we get his
DOCSHOCKER.com. Maybe you guys, do you have a website or something you can put it up on your Facebook page?
We do. We can put it on our Talk Inc. Website we have on Facebook. So we have a homepage there. So
please do.
No, most definitely. And so, Danny, thanks again, man. I can't believe the hour has just slipped by us so quickly. And
I've got more questions.
I know. Well, you're going to have to when he gets out here. He'll be out here in 2 weeks to direct the commercial. So we're going to have a chance to see each other. You get to meet the incredible Kim Marie, Dan. And I mean, you've met her before, but I mean, you get to, she's going to work probably on the production staff that day. So, but anyway, I'm excited, man. Thank you so much for a wonderful hour. and some insights on your favorite genre of horror movies. And
would
just
you come back
career.
again?
Oh yeah,
of course.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, we'd love to have you
we
back,
can
man.
continue the stories.
We can have Danny Roebuck part 25.
All right, thank you to everybody listening, and everybody. God bless. Have a great night.
You too, Danny. Tell Buster I said hi and get back to the history books.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Danny. Folks, thank you so much for a wonderful evening, for listening and tuning in. Thank you for all the callers. Paula Clark, we got your address here. We're going to send you off the book. Boris Karloff, The Man Remember, by Gord Shriver, autographed as well for your collection. Great read, by the way. Stay tuned for next week when we have the author, Gord Shriver, will be our guest for next Sunday night. We're going to be off as we had already taped that show for next week and making it happen. Don't forget the expo. To look at the expo is FFIEXPO.com.
Which
for the
Danny's going to be there.
Danny's going to be there teaching a workshop and a seminar, and along with the other Hollywood A-listers on August 2nd and 3rd.
And you're going to be there, and I'm
going to be there. I'm the executive director, and you're going to be there participating and having a good time. And just having a great old time, enjoying the Florida weather what we are having. And guys, thanks so much for a wonderful week.
Thanks
Help
for
us
all
to
your
stay
support.
number one.
Thank you to the fans. Thank you to all the guests that have participated on our show. Thank you for everything. Thank you for all the support.
Just a lot of thanks. I say merci beaucoup. And the dad.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great week. Well, I have this hangnail that's been bothering me all show. What
you think Rob Zombie will come on now?
If he brings a hangnail, can he bring? He's got lots of nails. He's got long nails, doesn't he?
I like him.
He's a cool guy. I liked his interview he did with Danny's trailer. Well, only through you. But he seems like Danny told me a lot about him, and he seems like a nice guy. But he does have
I really
strong
like
nails.
Danny.
What's that?
I really like Danny. I think he has a long history of really cool stuff.
He does. He's just a very nice guy all the way around. And
I hope one day I could be just like him.
Well, you'd have to have a sex change in Sweden or something like
Maybe
that.
Maybe I can play him.
Do
you think I can play Danny Roebuck?
Can you think Kim can do Peanut Gallery? Do you think she can do the life story of Danny Roebuck? What do you think? Yes?
I think that would be fun.
I think you're weird. I love you anyway.
Whatever.
Bye, everybody.
This program was brought to you by the Internet Broadcasting Organization, setting the standard for new media broadcasting.